Welcome to the deep dive. It feels like AI news is everywhere, almost overwhelming sometimes. We're here to help cut through that noise. We dig into the important sources, pull out those key insights, the game changers, so you really know what's going on. And today, we've got something pretty unique. We're diving into a really fascinating collection of recent AI insights. It's called From the Desk of ShechetAI.
That's right. And what's great about this ShechetAI collection, as it describes itself, is how it looks at the latest AI developments. It uses these three really crucial lenses: philosophical, business, and societal.
Exactly. And it's designed to be, accessible, but also make you think, whether you follow AI closely or you're just trying to get your head around how it's all changing things. Our mission, like always, is to grab those essential nuggets of knowledge for you, give you that shortcut to being informed, maybe with a few surprises along the way.
And hopefully keep it interesting.
Definitely. So today, we're looking at some, frankly, quite compelling stuff. We'll start with Walmart and their super agents. That really pushes us into some deep philosophical territory about AI intelligence. Then we'll shift gears to Meta, their huge push for artificial superintelligence, the business side, the sheer gamble involved.
A massive gamble.
And finally, we need to talk about a recent U.S. government executive order looking at AI bias and the societal angle there.
Which is becoming increasingly important.
Absolutely. But hang on, before we dive into those big three, there's this really cool bit in the ShechetAI report, the automation idea of the week.
Ah, yes, the automated law firm concept.
Right. Just picture it. AI handling, well, pretty much everything. Client intake, legal research, digging through tons of stuff, drafting documents, even managing cases from start to finish.
It's quite a vision. The source really highlights how this shows AI moving beyond just automating simple tasks. It's starting to orchestrate really complex workflows.
Yeah, it makes you think. If AI can potentially revolutionize something as complex as law, what can it touch eventually?
Exactly.
And that really sets the stage perfectly for our first topic, because it shows this shift. AI becoming more than just tools. They're becoming these, intelligent, multifunctional things. So let's get into it. Let's start with Walmart and these super agents. It's such an intriguing phrase. When ShechetAI talks about these, what are we actually looking at? What's the big shift the source sees in how we relate to AI here?
Well, what's fascinating and how ShechetAI puts it is that these aren't just, say, advanced chatbots or isolated bits of software. No, these are integrated AI entities. They're designed to do multiple things, assist people, analyze data, and maybe even anticipate what people want or need within Walmart's whole system.
Okay, that sounds different.
It is. The source suggests the big shift isn't just about making things run smoother. It's about AI moving into this space of anticipatory agency, as they put it. And that immediately throws up questions about intelligence itself, doesn't it?
Like, can an AI really understand what someone needs?
Yeah.
Or is it just, mimicking understanding based on mountains of data?
Precisely. Is it genuine understanding or just incredibly sophisticated simulation?
And how do we even tell the difference? Or does it matter to the user?
Well, ShechetAI gets into that. It links directly to user trust. I mean, think about it. If you have this powerful corporate AI interacting with you across so many different points, shopping help, inventory, predicting what you might buy next.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It changes the whole ethical picture. What are the moral responsibilities for tools that are so powerful, so pervasive? The source kind of suggests that this drive for unified AI, making everything work together seamlessly, it taps into this human desire for maybe a more genuine connection with tech. But at the same time, it really challenges our ideas about, originality and who's actually responsible when things go wrong.
So the core question ShechetAI leaves us with is this move towards unified AI a real step towards AI having its own agency?
Or is it maybe just us wanting better, more sophisticated ways to control these tools? It's a key tension.
That tension, that desire for control versus genuine agency, it's not just philosophy, is it? It's driving huge business moves.
Yeah.
Which brings us right to Meta and their, let's be honest, incredibly audacious goal of artificial superintelligence.
Audacious is the word.
The ShechetAI report lays out the scale of this ambition, and it's kind of staggering. What really jumped out at you about just how big they're thinking?
Well, ShechetAI really nails this. It's not just the money, though the investment is colossal. We're talking data centers the size of towns, grabbing all the top AI scientists.
Right.
But the really key thing is their strategic positioning. They're not just aiming for AI that's as smart as humans, AGI. The source implies they're targeting something.
Right.
Well, beyond that, systems that can learn and reason across everything: text, images, video, maybe even sensory stuff for the metaverse.
Wow. So they're building the base layer AI that
Yeah.
can power potentially everything. Their platforms, other companies' tools, the whole metaverse concept.
That seems to be the play, building those foundational models that could become the standard.
That's not just buying servers. That's trying to reshape the entire AI field from the ground up. It sounds like an enormous risk.
Oh, absolutely colossal. And ShechetAI digs into those risks. You've got the astronomical costs, right, with no guarantee it'll pay off. Then there's the regulatory heat, which is only going to get more intense around the world.
For sure.
And, of course, cutthroat competition. Everyone wants a piece of this AI pie. It's like an arms race.
Yeah.
But, flip side, the rewards could be equally huge for Meta. If they pull this off, AI becomes their core advantage. It could cement them as the leader in innovation for, well, maybe decades. It could reshape entire industries.
So how are they trying to get ahead? The report mentions a compute advantage. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, the compute advantage, it's not just having deep pockets, though that helps. It's about their strategy really focusing on developing new kinds of chips, building software specifically for this massive scale multimodal AI. They're essentially building their own complete AI pipeline, top to bottom.
Vertically integrated AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that gives them this, well, almost unfair head start. They can try things, build things at a scale very few others can dream of matching right now.
So for you listening, it really makes you think, how could this kind of corporate ambition directly change the tech you use every day?
It's not just about your social media feed anymore. It's about what AI interactions look like across, well, everything in the future, the whole digital world.
Okay, so from these huge corporate ambitions, let's pivot. Let's talk societal impact, ethics, governance. Specifically, there's this recent U.S. government executive order that ShechetAI looks at. Now, the report covers its stated goal impartially, which is to tackle biased AI, sometimes termed woke AI in the source material.
Yes.
To be really clear here, the source explains this concern. It's about AI systems potentially reflecting or even amplifying ideological slants. This could be through their training data or how the algorithms are designed.
Especially in sensitive areas.
Right, like how history is presented or social commentary, maybe even art. The concern highlighted is a potential drift away from neutrality. And it's really crucial for us to state. We're just discussing the ideas presented in the source. We're not taking sides or endorsing any viewpoint here.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the conversation that's happening.
Exactly. We want you to grasp the scope of this debate around AI's societal role. So through that societal lens, what are the main intentions or concerns behind this order as ShechetAI lays them out?
Well, what's really interesting from that societal viewpoint is that this order, it signals this broader feeling, this desire to make sure AI development is anchored in objectivity, factual integrity. And that becomes super critical when these tools start influencing, public discussion, what kids learn, even policy making.
Stakes get really high.
Totally. The idea that an AI could have its own ideological bias, well, that raises big questions about whether we can trust it, right? And what impact it could have on how we all understand information, our shared reality, basically. ShechetAI highlights the core worry: bias, explicit or hidden, distorting truth, and undermining public trust.
So it's fundamentally a push for AI that aims for neutrality,
Right.
especially when it deals with things that shape public understanding.
That seems to be the goal.
Yeah.
But this immediately brings up that tricky question. How do you balance regulation with innovation?
The classic tightrope walk.
Exactly. ShechetAI points out the dangers at both ends. If you regulate too heavily, you might stifle creativity, maybe limit AI's benefits, or even inadvertently shut down diverse perspectives in the data.
Right.
But if you have too little regulation, the risk is spreading misinformation, reinforcing bad stereotypes, maybe deepening societal divides if AI seems like it's pushing an agenda.
It's a tough balance.
It really is. So ultimately, this executive order, as the source presents it, it just highlights this urgent need society feels. We need to figure out how to build AI that genuinely reflects fairness, neutrality, truth. It's a huge ethical challenge we're facing right now in real time, and definitely something for you listening to be aware of. How is the information you see being shaped?
As we wrap up this deep dive, looking back across these different pieces, Walmart's integrated agents, Meta's superintelligence race, the government's focus on bias, you really see a pattern, don't you? There's this consistent thread running through it all.
There really is.
It's this drive towards, well, seamless integration of AI everywhere. Huge strategic bets being placed by the major players.
Massive ambition.
And alongside that, this growing, crucial focus on, let's call it cautious ethics, on governance, trying to steer this powerful technology responsibly.
Yeah, that ethical dimension is becoming much more central.
It feels like humanity's quest for AI. That's smarter, fairer, more capable.
Yeah.
It holds both our biggest hopes and maybe our biggest fears about where this is all going. Control, unintended consequences.
And it feels like AI's journey itself, as reflected in ShechetAI, is changing. It's moving beyond just being a useful tool. The hints are there that it might become more like maybe a thoughtful partner, something that shapes our world in ways we're still trying to get our heads around. It keeps pushing the limits of what's possible, but also, importantly, what's responsible.
Absolutely. And speaking of responsibility and where we fit in, let's leave you with one final, really provocative thought from the ShechetAI material. Something to chew on. Stay human.
Powerful.
Yeah, it really makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
Right.
What does stay human actually mean in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI, permeated by it?
How do we hold on to the things that make us, our creativity, empathy, when machines can do so much?
Exactly. It's a question worth exploring for yourself. What does it mean to you? We encourage you to keep digging into these vital topics. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.